Welcome to Market Matters. I'm Nadia Hassan together with Khoo, Chuang. And Chuang, it's Friday.
It is Friday indeed. And are we going to start with some market stuff?
I don't know. It's Friday. We know everybody wants to just go and get a drink and forget about the week. And in that vein, why don't we do that?
Let's just do that.
Why don't we just move?
Let's just leave.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay, see you. Bye-bye.
See you, bye. Okay, fine. We're kidding. Chuang and I are kidding. You still have Market Matters, but welcome to our brand new Friday format where actually we take away some of the tables and give you an overall view of how the economy is going. So you know how we're going to frame it? We're going to frame it as things that made us happy and things that made us sad. So first one in what made us happy is what?
Well, the fact that the KLCI has been on a bit of a tear the last couple of weeks. In fact, the last month and a half, it's up 185 points since the low on August 24th of 1,532 points. So actually, it's like KLCI has been on drugs since then.
Exactly. So that's the beautiful thing about it, right? We looked at the market the whole week. We had more good days than we'd had bad, and regionally that was the case as well. But I don't know. I still feel that the October curse is just looming around the corner. The Fed meeting is on October 28th. We'll get greater clarity about whether or not we'll see a rate hike this year. But I don't know.
I think you've just been a bit too nervous, Nadia, because in October we've got two things coming. We've got a budget on October 23rd. We've also got value caps, countless billions going to come on the market. So we've got all that to look forward to. Well, a bit like Christmas, really.
Well, talking about Christmas and things that made us happy this week, number one, never mind the fact that this week we had a holiday.
Yes.
They called it the Hump Week holiday. We didn't work on Wednesday. That made us all actually very happy. But the thing is, right, we've had this criticism before about whether or not too many holidays is a too good thing.
Oh, you can never have too many holidays.
Yes,
but for the fact, unless you're from India and you're Indian, and I'm not being disparaging here, okay? They've got 21 public holidays a year. We've got 18, and that's better than a kick in the teeth.
Oh, well, anything's better than a kick in the teeth, Chuang. So the point is, we were happy that we have so many holidays, but I saw this little stat on BBC that made me feel really lazy, where basically it said that each bank holiday in the UK actually costs the economy like £2.3 billion. Should I feel guilty that I'm enjoying my day off?
Well, it depends if you're an employee or an employee. If you're an employee, then you've got all smiles on your face. If you're an employer and you own a company, then you're going to be crying to your P&L statement because you've got all your staff always on holiday to the tune of, 18 holidays a year.
But then the thing is about that, right? I think, for me personally, I think that everybody now these days, especially the younger generation of which we are not.
Gen Ys, all these people around here.
Exactly, the ones that are sitting around watching us, they all do want a lot of work-life balance. You don't want to end up like the States, how basically nobody can take any kind of leave.
I'll tell Wei Tang all about you actually.
Why?
There's Gen Ys and there's Gen X's and then there's Gen ZWs like me, right?
Okay, so anyway, Henry Ford did consider that actually you can increase productivity by cutting work hours. But
You could.
But moving on to things that actually made us sad this week, and I think everybody who's watching this will kind of agree, toll rises.
Toll rises.
Added 4 ringgit to my commute every day to work. It's for a few hours up almost 80%.
You can afford toll rise, Nadia Hassan.
Oh, come on.
You can afford a toll rise till the umpteenth year.
Just because I can afford like multiple holidays doesn't
That
mean
means you're admitting you can afford a toll rise.
I don't want to admit that I can afford a toll rise. I think the toll rise is too sharp for the tolls I went to. Between 80% it went up this week. Come on.
And 100%, 80 to 100%. But the thing is, the government's running out of money. We know that for sure. Last year, they paid 1 billion ringgit in compensation. In fact, up until last year, they paid 1 billion ringgit in compensation to the toll highway concessionaires. Last year alone, they paid 403 million ringgit. So they can't afford it. They've got to meet a fiscal deficit target. And henceforth, the announcement was just made 3 days before implementation. And that is a real kick.
Yes, that is the worst part. The fact that it came 3 days and it caught so many people unawares. In fact, the Land Transport Authority in Singapore, I saw this little piece of news, they also apparently were baffled that there was a toll increase. I'm like, okay.
You mean the Singaporeans were baffled?
The Singaporeans were baffled.
I find that very hard to believe.
They were surprised that there was a toll increase, and they said they'll give a few weeks before they match. So now going into Singapore is going to cost a little bit more.
The Singaporeans, like you, Nadia, they can't afford it too.
I am not a Singaporean. Do not disparage me.
All people from Johor Bahru should be converted to Singaporeans henceforth.
No, thank you for that. It's bad enough they already treat JB like some kind of weekend cottage home.
But good news. All the plus expressways, highways, are exempt from this concession.
How long?
Do you know why?
How long?
Do you know why? Political suicide. If they increased toll rates on the North-South Expressway, it would have meant goodbye BN.
Well, let's see how...
Not that I'm being facetious here, of course.
But the thing is, for me, I looked at it and thought that didn't really help the toll companies. We saw a lot of the reports afterwards, and they all said, look, it wasn't great. Yes, you cut some of the red tape, But in the end, people will just stop taking your highways. I would rather sit in a jam.
Did you see the Star from 2 days ago? Front page of the Star. All the photographs being taken of all the people that in the traffic jam at the non-toll roads. Incredible.
I'm glad how you laugh at that. But anyways, back to what things that make us happy. The fact is, back to the other thing that made us happy this week is that we have an expectations of a good budget next week. Well, I don't know. They will call it the People's Budget, but they've been calling it the People's Budget for a while. It's going to kickstart the 11th Malaysia Plan. A lot of issues I think we're going to address. And get the kicker. Here is the heading for this budget. Strengthening growth, enhancing inclusiveness, ensuring fiscal sustainability. I don't know. I don't know.
Every year around about this time, I get the same Groundhog Day feeling, right? People-friendly budget, expenditure budget, more development expenditure, less operational expenditure. Same. I was going to say SSDD, but then I stopped short.
Yes, please don't do that. So the fact is, there will be the budget next week. Whether it's going to be any good, I looked at a lot of reports. Maybank seems to think that there will be a lot of things for what they call the B40, which is the bottom 40%. Which I think is what's been happening the past few years either. I don't know what else to get excited about. Although I am happy that maybe there might be a tax cut.
Expect some benefits for oil and gas, government land development projects, as well as for the automotive sector. A lot of spending on highway concessions, clearly. Expect a lot of handouts for the bottom 40, as you say. The thing is, this will be the first budget under the 12th Malaysia Plan.
Yes.
And expect a bang. Firecrackers, whistles, pool tables, and kitchen sinks.
But yeah, back to us, it's like, come on. Do we, as the middle class, do we feel...
The middle class always get left out, right? We've just been whacked by a toll increase, but no discernible benefits. I mean, they're not going to give us an ang pao because we just don't qualify.
Well, okay.
And expect some stuff on affordable housing as well.
We'll have to see how that kind of goes. But just to wrap up, the last thing that made us very sad this week, it was the fact that, okay, to be fair, full caveat, Chuang and I didn't grow up in KL. You're from Penang, I'm from Johor. But
the centre of the universe, by the way.
Exactly. So Ampang Park...
Penang.
No, not Penang. I have never been. The fact is, Ampang Park has actually apparently is going to be bulldozed and made way for a new MRT-related shopping mall. This has got a lot of people up in arms, I think. Apparently, the actual tenants there, they said, we weren't given enough time.
Well, the thing is, Ampang Mall is a bit like MCOT Mall in the sense that there's every single strata title that is issued to individual owners, right? So in Ampang Mall, there's 243 individual strata title owners. Good luck to the government for giving them all individual compensation packages, number one. But the thing is, in my book, I'd rather have a brand spanking new MRT station that was going to take me from A to B, then to C and then to D, rather than an antiquated mall with Pizza Hut on the ground floor.
You're not thinking like the tenants. What about them? They have apparently no time to kind of move on.
There's a greater good theory, There's always a greater good theory.
Oh, okay, we'll have to see how that kind of pans out. We're sorry for those who are losing it. But anyway, that's all that we have for this week's On Market Matters. If you have any more comments, please do leave them below. Of course, if you want more businessy stories, there is always the Edge Markets and the Edge Financial Daily and Weekly. This is our new Friday format. Tell us what you think. If you love it, you hate it, just leave it in the comments below.
Tell us if you like it, but don't tell us if you hate it. No, tell us if you hate it.
Oh yeah, just in case. But thanks a lot for that. Have a good weekend. Good night.
Right.